said around it. Because again, now she's going on and on and on and on and on like she's sure. And what I'm trying to say is like, I have friends who are just coming out the feds right now from when I first released the record, who would like to do nothing more than to show her who the fuck I really am.
What? Dog. Baby. Oh. It's Mr. Madness, baby. Marbury. Dick Jones. And now they call me Fire.
Okay, today I want to tap into something real quick. It really doesn't have that much to do with, say, hip hop, so to say, but then it kind of does because it involves Jaguar Wright. And this has to do with one of her long-standing allegations against Christopher Williams. If you guys don't remember who Christopher Williams is, he was, if I'm dreaming, just let me sleep. Don't wake me up till my dream is complete. If I'm dreaming, then leave me alone. Turn off the lights and unplug the phone.
That boy is good.
Good and terrible.
Late 80s, early 90s. Y'all will remember Dreaming and Maybe Talk to Myself, which is crazy, but it still jams. But she alleged some things about Christopher Williams involving Diddy, who everybody refers to as the Diddler now. I'm going to go into his response and then we're going to do it like that.
One person in the world alleges that I gave Puffy Fellatio to get a record deal in like 92. I came out in 89. I had a record deal in 88. And anybody who knows me knows that is ridiculous. And it's not the homosexual act that's the ridiculous part, because we're in the music business. Anybody, that's a person's choice. But I've lived my life totally, again, if I were gay, I would be openly gay.
And to me, there you have it. You know, we could speculate about everything involving Diddy and all this stuff that's going on. And we know that's even some of the stuff that Jaguar alleges is, you know, has some validity to it here and there. But then again, you know, if a man says like, hey, I ain't do that, like that ain't me, then I don't know. It makes you kind of pause and stuff when all this stuff would just constantly be thrown out. But I'm gonna get into this, really.
So again, that wasn't even the emphasis of it. It was the other stuff that was said around it. Because again, now she's going on and on and on and on and on like she's sure. And what I'm trying to say is like, I have friends who are just coming out the feds right now from when I first released the record, who would like to do nothing more than to show her who the fuck I really am.
Woo! What?
You see, look, because man, I mean, even I heard like, man, a lot of these light-skinned R&B singers, man, y'all be taken for granted. These niggas be thugs. They be the real ones. They be the ones about that action.
Like for real, for real. But I'm like, bro, she's hurting. I'm praying for her. Because we got to make a different stand and a different choice at this time. If I'm really solid, how can what she say affect me?
You know what, man? Now, you just got a couple of extra human points from me. Because I'm going to tell you straight up, if somebody out there lying on me like that, bro, I ain't praying. If I pray for him, it's going to be the kind of prayer like, Lord, I pray this motherfucker go play in the traffic blindfolded, you know, in Houston rush hour traffic.
Willie D, crazy, man. He reminds me of my brother. No joke. Shout out to hype man Tony.
Like, get him. You know, like, it's going to be that type of prayer. Like, slip on banana, bust your head, open to the white meat type prayer.
No, because one time, because my son was so mad, I said, yo, let's just watch. I'm going to watch what she's saying. And when I saw her talk about eating someone's kids, and then someone revealed to me that she put her child's ashes in a raid. Now, I didn't want to watch that. Yeah. But again, because again, might recognizes weakness. Yeah. It really does. When you really have might You recognize weakness. And I'm not into the kill. Like, for one, she's a girl. And I said that with Hallie, like, I'm not into beating up girls. Am I perfect in my whole life? I've already said that. I made a record called I'm Not a Perfect Man, just so people can, like, bro, I'm definitely not perfect. But is that my get down? No. And there's a million other famous women that you could ask, is that my get down? But I don't want to do those kind of things because it's reckless and it's petty. It's like we talking about nothing and people want to talk about nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what they're obviously into. And then the bodyguard comes on and he says, because this is what honestly really happened.
Gene Deal.
One of my Fed boys checked Gene and was like, yo, first of all, you know Chris. So the next interview he goes on, he's like, well, no, I want to retract what I said. I think it was Lewis Tucker. I told that BITCH. It wasn't Christopher Williams. It was the other light-skinned boy, because I remember Chris coming to parties and he stayed with the toast on his side. And that was the second interview. But then they thought that, so then my friends are calling me like with this sense of vanity. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that either. My publicist, now these are the three sides: reality, business, and heart. My publicist is like, I want to tell you the positive part of this. The only other people she talks about are A-list celebrities. They must miss you. Because you've talked about Latifah, Janet Jackson, LL Cool J, Puffy, every black A-list celebrity that's out right now. Like, she screamed, Mary's a fucking whore. When I saw that, I was like, damn.
Oh, man. Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna get to it, but I just want people to kind of just peep his whole reaction to this, because understand these allegations, like this was some of like the early Jaguar Wright stuff where, you know, it really had people like, damn, and like that was like the first thing that really alarmed people and really had people paying attention to Diddy, and she kind of did it at Christopher Williams' expense. So I'm gonna let him finish up his response. This ain't much longer from here, and then I'm gonna get into Jaguar's response, which is very telling or interesting to say the least.
Now, I don't even know her song, to be honest. My son played the record, and I honestly said, damn, she's talented. I felt bad going,
good.
But I had to be real and say, wow, I don't know her, but Jag is talented. So something must have happened in that situation that turned her out and turned her all the way up. And it really has nothing to do with me, because the girl has never put her eyes on me in her life. Actually, if I'd have met in the 90s, I would have fucked her.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Straight up. It wouldn't have even taken longer than 2 minutes. Feet, like my old Jamaican grandfather would say, feet potted.
Feet potted.
Because that's my life for real. But I don't go around going, yo, I guess somebody, nigga, I done had every girl that most niggas in the 90s would be looking like dreaming about.
Shit, most niggas in the 2000s would be.
And there you had that, man. You know, outside of the you know, the display of male bravado, which I'm sure a lot of people may take issue with. I mean, a lot of us don't, because I mean, we all know about how shit goes in Hollywood and all that. And man, who knows? Shit. But man, it's cool to finally hear him respond and, you know, kind of pop his shit. So Chris, he comes out, he says pretty much, man, first of all, if he was gay, he would be openly gay. Like it's what it is. That's a choice. One. And two, he said that it was utterly ridiculous. So now I want to get into Jaguar Wright's response. And then this is the type of shit that just gets me in situations like this.
This dick sucking asshole, Christopher Williams, because I heard what Gene said, and me and Gene is great. Like I said, I'm gonna choose to believe what my witness said. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, she could have been wrong. I don't know. I can only tell you what she told me.
So right there off top, she pushed this narrative about Christopher Williams giving Puffy fellatio off of hearsay. And she stood firm off it. Like, she didn't witness it herself. She ran this man's name off of hearsay. Nasty work.
She was very convinced that it was Christopher Williams' head she saw giving very strong neck movements in Sean Combs' groin. That's what she said.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
She said that Christopher Williams was giving the Khaled up to Diddy, to the Diddler in his office with the door unlocked.
Oh my God!
Period. And I love Gene. And me and Gene both agree. There were some guys that looked alike. We both agree. Christopher Williams, he knows him one way. I've seen him another. I was really offended at the fact that ain't nobody had nothing to say about that ignorant ass nigga talking about if he had known me back in the 90s, he would have effed me.
And then there we go, where you kind of fall into the victim mentality. This is typical in these type of situations. She expects somebody to go to bat for her, but she really dragged this man's name and shitted on his entire masculinity without even knowing for sure, without even seeing with her own eyes, to be able to spit that with so much vile and venom and energy on this man's name. And she's talking from a secondhand account of what somebody think they may have seen, or, oh, I don't know. Man, that's crazy.
I'll pass thief. I don't have sex with thieves. Like we ain't got to stick on the strong neck story. We can just go over the fact that you're a thief. You went in the Kohl's in Georgia and you stole headphones, my nigga. That's some crackhead shit. And then I saw somebody else post something and say, oh, well, Jag, didn't you just get arrested for stealing? I didn't steal anything. See? You're repeating lies from liars.
And that's exactly what she's doing, apparently. Repeating lies from liars. And then now she finds herself here mad because somebody denies the bullshit that she's telling. Man, that is crazy. This is craziness. And then this is the thing that makes people call everything that she talks about into question, because it's hard to decipher, like, damn, what really happened, or what's just hearsay, or what. And there's a lot of people's names and shit getting dragged. Yeah, you know, a lot of shit came out about Diddy, and, you know, that kind of makes her look a little bit more vindicated or whatever, but that doesn't mean that like she doesn't even have a first-hand account of some of this shit that she's saying. But let's go.
Yeah, the nigga that choked the shit out of Halle Berry steals JBL headphones, $99 JBL headphones.
And then he spoke on that early in the interview. I didn't feel the need to get into that, man. Shout out to Willie D in his interview. But he touched on that. And supposedly Halle Berry has a whole book coming out. And it wasn't Christopher Williams that abused her. It was supposedly Wesley Snipes or something like that. Allegedly, I don't know. But according to him in the video, Christopher Williams is not abusive. So then here's again. So she gets called out on one point. She can't stand on that. She admits that that's some secondhand shit that she heard. And so now we're talking about, oh, well, he got caught stealing headphones, and, oh, man, well, he hit Halle Berry and all that. It's like, yo, there's a time where, you know, you just got to know when to, you know, kind of like bite your tongue, hold it, be able to say, yo, yeah, that's my bad. Because that's some harsh stuff to really put on a man's name and stuff. And she's going out here trying to lift the veil on everybody. And it's like, that's some real shit to put on a man's name who, you know, could have a reputation to uphold and stuff. They got family, they got children of their own and stuff. And not to be able to speak on that from exacts. And then instead of just owning up to it, like, yeah, okay, we was wrong and stuff and all that, you know, now you want to sit here and double down on the other stuff. And then I'm sorry, but Jaguar stay in the news. She's always getting arrested and got some different shit going on with her. So it's just, man, and that's what I'm saying, man. You will never, you ladies that peep this, man, you can get mad if you get mad at me if you want, but you will never get a solid apology out of a woman for shit, even when they're dead wrong.
and has the audacity to talk about me. And the truth is, the only reason I was decent to him was because D. Lee asked me to. Real rap. I actually tried to call and reach out to D. Lee to ask him, yo, what's your boy on? Like, it was D. Lee that asked me to take a break on you, Christopher Williams, so you wouldn't mess up the play that you in, that they was promoting, which I said, I wish you all the best. And I said, you was a victim of the Diddler too. And I wish you all the best. I said that with D. Lee. It was me, D. Lee, and Shelly. I wished you all the best on that play. But see, no, you needed a leg up. You heard me talking about everybody else from your era. And you figured you was just going to ride the gravy train to viral success.
What?
Did you look at the numbers, Christopher?
And I'm not about to get into all that bullshit. That's when, you know, saying these niggas that be on here doing all this content, they start number jocking and all that. But you see how the flip is. Oh, now we're clout chasing. And that's legitimately, that's all she does. Everything she does is based off of clout. And to be honest, if you're on this platform, you know, YouTube, whatever, you're a content creator, that's what it's all about, is clout. So trying to shame niggas in that regard is kind of stupid. We're doing this because we want people to pick up what we're doing and spread it and so forth. So people need to cut the bullshit. But the fact that after his response, she couldn't just simply say, yeah, you know, that was my bad, or just let it go, move on to the next motherfucker to give up some allegations to, that's just crazy. It really puts an asterisk, I think, on a lot of the shit that she may say and drop until something solid comes from it. And then after that, you know, the interview gets crazy. You know, she starts going off on Willie D. And, you know, one of the main things that they point out is Willie D. He has a verse on "My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me" and shit. You know, everybody knows me. It's like I'm a movie star, but late at night, something ain't right. I feel I'm getting tailed by the same sucker's headlight. Is it the fool that I ran off the block, or is it that nigga last week that I shot? You know, and it's just crazy how people pick up, like, yo, a lot of us, as far as either rappers or entertainers, we ain't got nothing that nobody remembers. And then for her to try to pick up, like, nobody knows any Jaguar Wright songs. When the last time somebody said, put on some Jaguar Wright? So, I mean, it's just crazy and shit. Not to mention that, as far as I know, I believe him and Face wrote most of Bushwick stuff in the group. So it's just like, man, we got to chill on this stuff. And that's one thing that I notice in these situations, that everything is good and shit, long as the dude stays quiet. Especially with black men, if we're docile, we're quiet, and we're unnecessarily humble, then everything's good. And people can drag our names. They say what they want. They can put allegations on us. They can spread false lies and rumors and everything. And as men, somehow we're expected to just eat that and then, you know, not bark back or not defend ourselves. And then if we do, it could be labeled sassy, or all of a sudden they want to play victim, like how she did here when he said, well, hey, if this was the 90s, this is probably some chick I would have bagged in 10 seconds. You know, and it's like, when do we start holding women accountable or holding them to the things that they're saying? Like, this is serious stuff that she's going around alleging. And I think one time it would have been cool to see her maybe show, like, hey, my bad. Hey, maybe I had it wrong and stuff, because, dude, that's some harsh stuff that you putting on somebody. And then really at the end of the day, he could have said worse. So, I mean, shit, man, I don't know. People got to get real. And if I could say to anybody, even Jaguar Wright on this platform, like, don't get so caught up in the numbers and the views and going viral that, you know, say you jeopardize your integrity. Like, none of that shit is worth it and shit, man. A couple of dollars or whatever here and there or whatever, or a little bit of fame and stuff, man. Dude, your word is everything. And once your word becomes shit, you ain't shit. And I don't give a damn how many views, sales, whatever you done, where you been, who you know. None of that shit matter. Your word don't mean shit. You don't mean shit. But yo, let me know what y'all think down in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when I'm on here giving y'all that grease. And until next time, I'm out. Bye.